Ladies and gents, boys and girls, I did a two-part video series on dating coming up now. So we're having part one and part two. Got a lot of questions lately with regard to dating. What should I pay attention to? What should I look at? What are some of the pitfalls? What are some of the things that I can improve? So I was trying to put a couple of thoughts on paper for you. Dive right into it. Have fun with it. Leave me questions and comments below, and I'll try to get back to all of them. I'll promise I will read all of them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the flip side. Number 4, setting boundaries. I believe when you engage with somebody and everybody's getting overly excited, know what your boundaries are, right? If that may be sex on the first date, you want to do it, have that boundary. If it's disrespect, let's say your partner or your date is disrespecting your need for pace, right? They want to text you all the time and you're not texting back and they start to shame you, right? That may be something where a boundary is crossed and you can let them know, hey, you're over communicating. I cannot respond on your pace. So let's come to an agreement. And I can go on and outline what your boundaries could be. But just again, take some time and think, what is important to me? What would I like to have respected? Perhaps, you have children and it's your time with the kids, but your new date or partner says, well, we never see each other and you have kids and you have all this stuff going on. Well, of course, you have to make time for your partner, but your kids may come first in your life. And I think that's an important boundary to communicate and have discussions around. And don't be shy about it, right? Because if you don't date somebody who will respect that, guess what you have? You're not going to transition into a functioning relationship because the respect is already not there. I'll say one last thing about boundaries. Boundaries are often very hard for us to set when it comes to our loved ones. It doesn't just need to be a romantic partner, but it can be your kids, it can be your parents, it can be other family members, or just, your family of choice that is close to you. And it makes it particularly difficult because if you end up being more on the people pleaser side, you're more apt to wanting to please people and expand your boundaries. But having intelligent and firm discussions around what is important to you, what your boundaries are, is so key so that you're not getting hurt, you're not getting annoyed, and you can live your best life or you can have your best dating experience. But clarity and an awareness on your part is just very important. So this is the last thing I'll say about boundaries, right? They're hard sometimes when we fall in love or when we are having loved ones that we really want to cater to, but learn to assert yourself and learn how to understand yourself and your needs first. Number 5, try it out and have some fun. What I mean by that is, once you've gotten over the first walks, coffee, movie dates, whatever that is for you, playing volleyball or going to a sports game, try it out, right? And I think it is so key here to slow down and drill down. Again, especially when we get to meet somebody, things should be easy in the beginning, but also sometimes because we are so excited and our emotions are high, our ability to respond to certain things is not always the best. So what I'm saying then is, if your partner doesn't text you back immediately, and if it's a 1 or 2 time offense, maybe don't have a knee-jerk reaction and shoo him away or like drop him. But at the same time, if it's like a repetitive behavioral pattern of, not communicating in your communication style or not inching toward that, well, then you have a decision to make. But trying things out without too much pressure and too much need and too much desire for that other person to cater to your needs and make you whole, I think is huge. Number 6, engage or move on, right? And the engagement process is different things to different people. Again, you have to check with what's important to you first, understanding your priorities. For some, it's more of, I want to get with this partner as soon as possible, right? Or for some, it's, I want to be engaged, but I want intimacy to wait based on my religion, based on what's important to me. But do engage, and try to make that decision, or if you want to be in a committed relationship, right, like go that next step. If you want to be in a more casual relationship, do or take that next step and see how that feels, right? But again, check the vibe. So once you have engaged, you, I think within a month or 2 or 3 months, will get a better feeling for where this is going, and be very, very in tune to your gut feel and to the vibe. And if the engagement and the interaction with the person you're dating is not going the right way, and your gut feeling, maybe not once but twice, told you this doesn't feel good, I would tactfully disengage and say, hey, it was nice spending time with you, but on a romantic level, but on a more friends with benefits or casual level, this is just not for me. I wish you all the best. You know, if you like, we can stay connected somehow after we both had a little bit of distance, or not. You know, if you just want a clean slate and have that person out of your life, that's completely fine as well. But do make that decision, and don't wait for the other person to do it, right? Like, I mean, of course, it can also be a joint decision. You meet up, you feel like there's no chemistry, there's no meeting of the minds, then it becomes really easy. But just because you spend, you know, a month or two with this new romantic, passionate interest of yours, doesn't mean that you own your life. You know, you've lived 20, 30, 40 years on this earth, and they're supposed to be a complementing passenger on your journey. They're not supposed to be the person who tells you what to do, or the person who distracts from your mission. Your partner is supposed to support you, at least in my humble opinion. And if that's something that's important to you, to have a supportive partner, which I think most people are looking for, you know, if you're talking about a more long-term committed relationship, then, you know, be in tune as well and see if that person is really there. I'll say one last thing that I think it's important to think about contextually. When we engage with the other gender romantically, especially if there's intimacy involved, our brain chemicals change, right? A lot of the hormones that are exuded make us feel more exuberant, right? When the endorphin is released, we are more positively optimistic about the partner than a 100% rational brain maybe, right? And if your body is flooded with endorphins, the Germans, where I grew up, call it wearing die rosa-rote Brille. So wearing pink glasses, because you see everything with this lovey-dovey lens. But that's something to just be mindful of, because I think in that stage we may be more forgiving to poor behavior, more forgiving to disrespect. So it's just something to be contextually aware of. So let's summarize these 6 bullets. Drogo, you want to help me? So, number 1 is gain clarity. Wouldn't you say?
Clarity.
Okay, clarity. Number 2, put it out there so that your network, your friends can hear your elevator pitch of what you desire, what you're looking for, and they can assist in the journey and the process. And of course, I'll say this too, there are a lot of, outside of the dating apps, there are a lot of ways how you can engage with a date, if that's an area of interest or a topic, how you can find perhaps more aligned people. If you leave me a note in the comment, if that's interesting to you, then I can perhaps outline a few ideas and resources that have helped me outside of, you know, like a dating app or that sort of thing. You get the drift. Number 3, which I think, that was a 4. Number 3, which I think is really most important, is check the vibe. As the doctor said, if the vibe is not good, I am the out, okay? Being in tune with your gut feel, being in tune with your physical reactions to a certain situation, because thoughts always trigger them, and these are oftentimes subconscious thoughts, is super key. So learn to cultivate, to listen to your gut feel, learn to cultivate, to understand the vibe, and make your decisions appropriately. Number 5, try things out, right? Once you feel like you're somehow aligned or connected, try it out as fast as possible, but be patient. don't jump to knee-jerk reactions just because your significant, your new romantic, passionate interest, date, whatever you want to call it, is not texting back right away, or maybe has a bad day and are not their best self. Be a little bit kind, have a little bit of compassion, because we still don't know the full story of our counterparts. And lastly, either engage and enjoy it, or if you can already tell from all the quote-unquote data points you've collected that the vibe is not right, then as the doctors say, get out. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, I hope my protector baby Grogu and I have given you a couple of points to think about. If there's any questions, please leave them in the show notes. I'll read every comment. I'll try to answer as much as I can. I'll talk to more experts on the topic, because obviously it's an area for growth for myself as well. I wanted to ask you one last favor. If you haven't already, hit the like button. If you got some value out of this video, please hit the like button, hit the notification bell, subscribe to my channel. And if you are interested in personal development, I also wanted to point out a couple of resources. I've done videos in the personal development space that may be related, may be helpful to you. So I did one on my morning routine. It helps to be a little bit calmer, a little bit more present in your life, a little bit more relaxed perhaps. So take a look if that may be of interest to you. And another one you may like is called Stolen Focus. So you want to check out this video. It's called Stolen Focus. And what it does is it brings just more awareness about social media usage, maybe your own, maybe that of a potential partner. So take a look at it and let me know if you got a kick out of it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope my little guy here and I brought you a few things to take into your day, into your week of dating, into your month and year of dating. I seriously hope you're enjoying the process. It doesn't need to be frustrating, I think. I wish you best of luck, and I will see you on the flip side. Peace, guys.